burn in a ball of fire. You know what I'm saying? Like there's
Sure.
just like this feels like a kerosene soaked bottle that's ready to just ignite, and it can either be very good or it could be disastrous with how this roster is built, man. And I'm on the camp that this is going to be a very good team. It's just going to take them a little bit of time to really feel comfortable with each other. But you know, with how fast this roster was put together, they don't really have the time. I mean, the supers now, you got a day to figure this out through pools.
Thankfully, you got a lot of champions working together on the same team. I mean, we've heard it from Sparty as well, just what it will take to quickly come together. And every scrim they play, they get better. Of course, starting things off with Sparty McFly, our potentially five game series to start things out. Need.org and FaZe.
Yeah, guys, if you are a fan of FaZe and you got some friends you're wanting to watch, well, tell them the match is starting now. Get on into the stream, as we're going to see how this team really comes down to fight today. And already we're seeing, I mean, a little bit of a back and forth to start. It's Name and Crew find some early kills, but Renegade got control of the sword and he needs to get away with his life.
What a move there by Renegade. Unfortunate that he missed the shots, but because of the little rotation, he managed to just barely skate out. You can see he does die, though, later in the feed. That flag will be pulled, though. FaZe looking to get some defense at this point. It's Flurriously who's running the flag, and he's moving quick. I don't know if we've got anybody on FaZe nearby to put a stop to this. Falcated will try to deal some damage, but he's there too late. And the first flag of the game going to be popped in a quick run by Flurriously.
I mean, Need.org strike first. I don't think many people would have this sort of display happening, but Renegade already on the counter. You got Snipe down spawning at the back base. They have a clear route for him to take. This might be as clean as you can possibly get a flag.
Always got to watch for the counter. I think that's the biggest thing with FaZe is they came in with numbers following that capture. They won their fights, and looking at just about a guaranteed flag in, as you say it. Though the defense here coming out of GoldStar, and Flurriously, as they do drop the whole team, and they'll stop that flag in its tracks. Now, not only that, they're pulling a counter of their own.
Inexcusable mistakes. I mean, they had everything set up. They were ready for the counter push, and they had all the players ready, and somehow Need.org come through and get 4 players down. I mean, a clean wipe from them. And
oh my!
They made it look relatively easy. Falcated able to get away with the overshield, but this game's still in the advantage in Need.org.
Nice shot set of Falcated does manage to drop GoldStar, but there's just so many members, and Need.org on his 6. Name will take it in the back smack. Need.org getting aggressive here once again. Flurriously, we saw him pop off with a double earlier. He's just looking for blood. Snipe down doesn't want a piece of it. He'll try to bounce out of the action. You can see both him and Renegade currently one shot. He'll lose Renegade and have to keep his presence low. But Need.org, they're on the hunt, right? Suffocating FaZe off the start of this. Not really giving him a chance to fight back as JK does drop 2. Gonna leave Renegade and Sparty to work together.
I wouldn't say JK smelled blood, man. He was like, I'm not letting Snipe down get away from that. Snipe down might have broke a few ankles, but the relentless push from Need.org take him down. And so far, FaZe is just having problems getting out of their own base, man. And GoldStar is just pushing forward. And so far, I mean, he has a clear flank. If he can get in, he might find some great timing for a flagpole.
The thing about these teams on the come up is they're ruthless, right? They don't care what you're going through. They don't care what your chemistry is like, or you know, how big your org is, whatever it is. Like, they will just completely, no mercy, hunt you down, take you out, and FaZe just going through it right now as they do have a flag in hand. Gonna try to carry it through grapple. Thankfully, the coverage is there to do so, and they might have some clearance on it. As I say it, though, we do have a bit of a standoff.
These next slays are going to be some of the more important ones of the game. The question is, does Need.org go up 2-0, or does FaZe Clan get this one tied on up? The next few slays will determine that, and all made FaZe Clan, they're 3 down. And Snipe down having a little bit of a rough start today. I mean, on the breadstick, 1-8, and the returns in a 2-0 lead for Need.org. Trouble in paradise.
A little bit of trouble, that's for sure. They're not going to let up either. You can see FaZe at the very least, though. Here they come, and Snipe down going to earn himself a nice double kill. As he does suppress, Flurriously gives FaZe an opening for a pull of their own, hopefully one that goes through here. GoldStar, wow, that OS did not come in handy. He gets obliterated. That flag not going to move too far just yet. You can see FaZe on the aggression.
And FaZe wants to get in, but I mean, so far, everything that FaZe has done has felt reactionary. You know, it's been in response to plays from Need and Org. And so far, they need to find a way just to be able to dictate the pace of the game. And I think that's where they've really struggled the most thus far, is they just have not been able to control the pacing of this game. And it's come to haunt them thus far as another flag is out, and you can see Need and Org. They are really wanting to get this flag across that corner. I mean, look at Flurriously just taking as much of that fight as he can. Unfortunately, it looks like FaZe is going to be able to find all those kills. The return will come in, and we're back to even.
Need and Org just looking a little too confident right now, I think, is the issue for FaZe. They need to start winning some fights, some individual fights, team fights, whatever it is, because in the Slays category, you can see FaZe just not quite keeping up here. JK looking for one. Renegade, that's a big pivot, but GoldStar there to pick it up. Name already back base here. It's a little defense in coverage for FaZe as they try to get aggressive here, but GoldStar coming up from down below. He'll keep him back.
And the way that Need and Org is playing defense has been very effective. They're goading FaZe Clan into making some pushes, saying, hey, yeah, like we're on our back foot in our base, come push forward. And they've been setting up these traps that just FaZe consistently keeps running into. And because of that, Need and Org keep finding these important kills, and they get right back into these fights.
FaZe just looking to stabilize, hopefully make it through the onslaught here. GoldStar, Flurriously doing such a great job just locking down up repulse here. Renegade, doesn't quite find it. He was looking for something cheeky. And that's going to leave Sparty down below to try to prioritize that OS. Skewer about to pop here as well. They don't have grapple side, which honestly, I'd say is a favorable side for Need and Org to work with. GoldStar not quite sure about the desperation on that play. He did not look both ways before crossing the street. It's Name, though, with a flank position, does find a cross. That OS still down.
And those are the mistakes that teams that don't have as much experience make. You know that Spartan was alive down low and that he's been waiting. I mean, you have that information. You can't just be running out into the overshield with even numbers. You're never going to be able to capture it that way. And it's those little mistakes that can come to haunt you at the end of the day. But so far, Need and Org, I mean, just the slaying output from these guys has just been too much for FaZe to handle, which is a sentence that no one should ever be saying. There should never be a team that is out slaying, that's outpacing FaZe.
And that pace continues to quicken, as I say, at Flurriously looking for a tag out grapple side. GoldStar going to back down from his fight. Does get picked up by Falcated. This reticle going to stay trained on the doorway. Not about to let a challenger approach. Sparty going to get away with it, though. Flurriously still got to grapple just to maneuver, but Fal is there waiting to clean him up. And that's going to put Need and Org on the back foot a little bit. FaZe is still looking for some sort of opening to collapse here.
That was a great play by Falcated to get that opening pick, but he just couldn't stay alive. And once again, it's Need and Org who find a way to fight out of their base, get a clean wipe, and this is them back on the aggressive nature. They're going to be able to push. They have the skewer as well. Fal's going to try to get him. He got a hit marker. What?
That's a theater glitch for sure.
Yeah. Okay, that's
There's
fine.
no way. I'm actually, I was watching, this is a total tangent. I was watching like a montage or something, and this guy hit a skewer onto an enemy, and it got stuck in his opponent's head, and he didn't die. He was just a unicorn for a second. So I mean, I've seen wilder things, but as we say it, they can't worry about that, right? Flag out, both flags out.
Hey, I mean, there's still 4 minutes in this game, right? There's still plenty of opportunity for FaZe to get back in, but this is a big play for Flurriously.
Okay, the
Catches him in the cankle.
just on the tip of the toe right there. Isn't enough, though. Gonna get back on top of flag. They're still running, and Falcated just trying to plant this one in. JK making it a tough time, but FaZe, they got numbers, and finally they put one on the board.
Nothing's going right for Snipe Dev. He had to overshow that situation. He's like, yeah, I'm feeling good. And then a sword just comes up and just pops him. But they're able to get that flag out. And I mean, still plenty of time, right? I mean, I think FaZe are probably very confident that they're going to win this game still. I think
Sure.
There's still plenty of time for them to work with. Now, if they give up a flag cap, that's when things are not looking great for FaZe. But so far, I mean, the trio of Renegade, Fal, and Sparty have been just dominating the kill feed. They are on top of their shots, and it's going to be a tough task for Need and Org to keep these 3 back.
When you look at the slays now, you can see a very clear difference that's been created, right? Renegade 20 kills to his name. Fal and Sparty, they're popping off 2. Snipe down, keeping up as they do start to get more aggressive, and Need and Org, as time goes by, you can see them suffocating just a little bit more, having trouble breaking out of their base. FaZe are so quick to regain positioning and then move up together here. Renegade gonna get back on top of Skewer. See if he puts something together. Of course, getting tagged up. Great spot on the map to be just to get some coverage with the team. He needs an opening.
And Skewer can be at the tip of that spear. He's going to be able to hit Flurriously in the no-nos, and they're ready to go forward. And look, oh my God, can you play the defense too? Renegade gets him from the back rope. Oh my God, he's looking for another Flurriously. Oh my God, Renegade finally misses a shot.
Renegade just looking to do it all. Completely cancels out the chance of a counter. And as he does that, that flag is on the move by Fal. Fal looking to plant it in, and he'll do exactly that as they tie the game with 2 minutes on the board.
This party was like, if I stand here, they will not see me. JK just sees the tip of his head.
It's like T-Rex in Jurassic Park.
Yeah, he's like, I'm one shot, and hopefully they don't find me. But GoldStar BR have to overshield. And this is a great opportunity for them to find a response. And it's FaZe Clan that has to play defense in the back of their base. And GoldStar has a clear route. He has an opportunity to get away, but it's the demon that stands in his way. Look at Renegade overextending in the lane.
Minute 30 left to work with. Things becoming a little dicey here for Need and Org. They do have a pole of their own. They're going to try to get that back to base. Renegade, a line of defense. He sits on top, but he doesn't anticipate JK, who is on the run with him. And JK does put a stop to it for now. Sparty there to help out. JK just getting pelted from every angle. He won't find survival. That flag, they'll look to get the return. Snipe down on top of it. Needs to find the pick, and he will. That re goes in, and look at this FaZe with a flag on the move with a minute on the board as they look to close this out.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think they ever really thought that they were going to lose this game. And, well, with a minute left, they've taken the lead. And now suddenly Need and Org have to find a way to push forward. And it's going to be a tough task for them to be able to pull out a flag and get a capture in the next 45 seconds.
Flag is pulled. That sword kill did not come through. They're on the rotation. This is their final effort, I think, to tie it up.
I like how Renegade is always fighting himself on an island, and he's playing by himself. And although he goes down there, he's had opportunities where he's been on top of it. But we're tied up 3-3 and overtime looking very likely as JK tries to play a line defense. Well, actually, no, he's up forward. Is anyone going to be able to pull a flag in the next 10 seconds?
It's looking less and less likely here. Snipe down, he is nearest to it. I believe GoldStar just lying in wait. He's going to make it very... What? I mean, GoldStar says we take those and we go to overtime in game 1 in our best of 5 in a series where I don't think we would have expected to see such a close encounter. Garrett, this was supposed to be, I thought at least, a confidence booster for FaZe. Instead, this might be mental destruction if they don't come out on top.
I will say there's not one player on Need and Org that's positive right now, and they just let Renegade run. Okay, no, just barely stopped. I'm about to say, they let Renegade run down the middle and pull the overshield. He goes down, and now suddenly that's a great opportunity for Need and Org maybe to find a way to push through, but Snipe down, he's on a hunt of his own with Falcated. They're going to pull out a flag, and FaZe Clan with a great opportunity here to put away overtime quickly.
Strong opening at a FaZe for sure. Flurriously did get advances over to flag as we see. He will, I believe, collect a counter to try to pull it out to grapple side. This will create maybe a standoff opportunity. Important for JK to get in the fight as quickly as possible. You can see Renegade using the OS to delete Flurriously. Renegade looking to close the game right here as he sits on the flag. JK needs this fight, but he doesn't have a choice. He gets a touch. Name there to pick up on the pieces here. Name gonna have to stay alive. GoldStar does drop. Name alone. Sparty there. Nice nade to back him down. Flurriously now here to help out. That flag still in play. Sparty sitting on the re. Both of them trying to coordinate. Time their push. They got one chance to get to it.
No, Snipe down, pushing him down.
He needs to touch it.
Oh,
what? His house is still in play.
GoldStar's there.
What was that fight? Snipe down. He lost that fight, unfortunately, on that flag. They'll get to collect. It's just inching closer to the base, as we say.
Ooh, Sparty with a huge play right there. Sparty across the map, able to take down GoldStar before he gets into action. Now JK's last really with the hopes. Renegade takes him down with the sword, and now GoldStar BR last alive. Falcade's on the flag right away. They know his position. He's gonna get the touch still, and the beatdown. The flag's still alive. They're still more. GoldStar touching again.
The man is running a train around the pillar. He won't go down. Whoa, finally. Jeez. My God. Close it out already. FaZe 4-3. They'll take just game 1, by the way, in this series.
Oh, okay, well, FaZe took a little time to get heated up, but I mean, Renegade, bro, are you kidding me? 31 kills. He has just been a demon on the map. And what I really love from Renegade is how many times we see him just say, I'm just gonna do it myself, man. I'm gonna isolate.
He tried to do the OS. Right here, he just tried to do it himself.
Yeah, get out. This is huge for JK.
Clutch by JK.
Yeah, the way he challenged, Renegade had no idea he was going to challenge out like that, because Renegade knew that JK saw the nade, and he's like, you don't push into a nade like that. He pushed in, got the timing, got the touch, and this led to this crazy sequence.
So hold on a second. Snipedown is an absolute legend. What's happening in this fight, though? What's this fight? How is Name winning this? How does he win that fight? What was that? That was a wild fight out of Name. Like, he's getting tagged by 2. He hits every shot, and he gets a touch before. That's when I lost my cool. Like, I did. That was just wild. You know what? This is just good Halo. In the end of the day, I'm enjoying it. But what the heck?
What a crazy sequence. And
I don't know. I think it was actually 2 players off of the Sentinels lineup, but I didn't catch who the names were.
I'm just curious, I'm just curious over there. Thank you, Magic. We're gonna get into our game 2 right here. We'll keep you guys updated what's going around on the pools. But Complexity coming out a bit strong today. 2-0 up versus E United. Could cause some crazy finishes in our pools today.
On top of the fact that I believe that was Sentinels and Native in that series too, and even Sentinels, kind of, I don't know if I want to say struggling, but having a tough time getting through that game that basically went down to overtime. So, it is also, it's Friday. It's pool play Friday. So some of these teams, they show up, they show out when it matters most on Championship Sunday. I think Sentinels is a perfect example. And, maybe it's just a matter of time till some of these teams really rev up and showcase some dominance, or maybe, the gap in skill between rosters is smaller than ever before. As we say it, Garrett, look at this opening out of Need and Org. They find some advantages here off the rip.
Yeah, getting those rockets, huge play from them, but it's Snipedown who has a stalker rifle, and he needs to be precise. And that's what Snipedown's known for, man, having that precise aim, but he does eventually jump out, and it comes towards his demise. And you can see, dude, this is what I love Renegade for, man. I mean, look how aggressive he's being. It's really like he's down numbers. He just doesn't care. He's gonna take the fight. He's able to buy some spacing for his team. And now it's Snipedown who's trying to win his own towards Cafe.
Speaking of Renegade, just going for fights here. Looks like he was even shooting Falcated there for a second. Just anything in his reticle. He's not worried about it. Sparty does get a trade here, 10-11. Close game, but positioning-wise, FaZe maybe with an opportunity. You can see a rotation from 3, though, at a Need in order to get through. B side of the map here, Fal going to be caught in a tough spot here. Sparty there to help as he does take the trade. Spartan putting this shotgun to work, which I think such an important impact play opportunity for the team.
Rockets coming up. It's gonna be about this fight, and Need and Org, they're trapped over at back C, and you can see FaZe, they're not gonna let that opportunity go by. They're gonna collapse. It's like, yeah, we'll give up positioning for Rockets for a second. It looks like Need and Org is gonna be able to get away with Rockets, but it came at the cost of 3 of their teammates' lives.
JK still working with him, though, just waiting for an opportunity. You can tell FaZe are going to respect it as well. Play slow, try to play off info, don't overchow. Renegade about to... Oh, what? Oh, that's just that part of the map, though, right? You got to be so careful. Shooting rockets into back arcade, there is legitimately a hole that the rocket will go through there and not do damage.
Yeah, it's so smart, Renegade, to play arcade like that. It's when you're expecting a rocket player, you need to play arcade, because those grates, the rocket will go through it, and you can't just rely on the wall damage. When you're shooting that rocket, you have to either shoot it towards the ground or shoot it towards the left and right wall, and it can be hard to get that vector right and to hit that shot. And well, it looks like FaZe Clan, are able to basically nullify those rockets.
So do you think Renegade's thinking of that, though? It's just like a galaxy brain idea. He's like, yeah, let me just bait this rocket into a miss here.
I do it all the time. If I can do it, I think Renegade's thinking about it. Like, if they have rockets, you gotta make sure you're playing arcade, just because it's so easy to create, to cause players to miss with rockets. Because we're simple players at the end of the day. We see player, we pull trigger, we shoot rocket. You know what I'm saying? You're not really thinking it's like, oh yeah, I got him.
Pull trigger.
It eventually goes away.
Well, as we say it, Garrett, this is nail-bitingly close. Tied up 22 all. Name does have a stalker. Doesn't want to overchow with it. Got info, though, on Snipedown's location. He'll tag him up. Gotta be so careful, though. Needs a teammate to start to bait and switch with him as he does. Tiptoe his way forward here, B-side.
Yeah, the stalker rifle can make all the difference, and this is where
with it.
Yeah, Name is in the background, and you look at this damage he's getting. He has another 2 players that he could potentially get behind. Renegade's the first, and Renegade knows about this fight. JK is going to get up into the face, and this is a huge from Name. I mean, look at him just, oh no, just missed it over the shoulder, and that means that Rocket gets away for Falcated.
Fal just slipping away, massive for FaZe. Spawners up in C. You can see they've already extended over to B side to try to create some space on the map, make it tougher for FaZe to take full advantage here. But Fal, look at, it's a complete rinse and repeat of what we just witnessed this time in the hands of Fal. And let's see what he does to make the play here. FaZe could try to open things up, create some damage, create an opportunity. They already get aggressive on the Arcade to do it, so Fal, just discipline on the trigger finger, right? You'll wait for a guaranteed kill.
He's gonna find another one on JK, and there we go, 3. Gonna go down for NAO. GoldStar be our last alive, and you can see it's the spawn trap that FaZe has gotten NAO multiple times now. And look how aggressive they are. They want to get into this fight at backseat. Now they've left the purple lane open a little bit, so they do have a route out, and it looks like finally NAO are gonna be able to get a little bit of a punish right here as they do take down Sparty, and Renegade's able to basically tie that one up. Gets away with his life, 30-29 in favor of FaZe. These next few kills could start to determine the momentum swing of this game.
Kind of rough on the execution, though, unfortunately for FaZe, right? Like, they've got a couple openings that were given to them to collapse, and every collapse has been a little bit shaky. They did not come out on top of that. GoldStar did instead. He picks up a double, doesn't quite catch Sparty, who flies over his head. Does Sparty leave behind a little present for him? I think maybe some
yeah, you know, a little 1-2 crouch.
Yeah, just let him know who's daddy. But it's 34-31 here as NAO, they still find opportunities to pull away.
Just laugh about it. The name was thrown like 20 years ago. JK able to find one on Renegade. Oh, the drop shield coming in handy, man. Ever since that drop shield got a buff at the start of season 2, man, it is an absolute it is a unit to try to take down someone behind that drop shield. And Rocket's coming up, and it looks like FaZe had the better positioning. And it looks like they're going to be able to get away with those Rockets. Name trying to throw some stickies to try to potentially catch them out.
Oh.
Dude, they got 2.
Hold on.
Wow, Rockets are away?
I'm not sure. They just broke up through the center, got 2 kills. Managed to hold on to the slight lead they got. Sparty did break away with Rockets, so you'd expect to see a big opportunity here. They're still suppressing him. Same kind of situation we've seen. FaZe, they came out on top with patience last time. Coordinated push through B to do it. I'd like to see a change in the game plan. Looks like Ali is the play.
Flurriously and Name are in trouble over here. That definitely was meant for Flurriously, but it's Name. Yeah, I think a rocket might have pushed that. I mean, a grenade might have pushed that rocket up for a second, but NAO have been quick on the responses, man, and JK just not able to get away as it's a killing spree for Sparty, but we're tied up 40. 1st to 10 wins this game.
Sparty just getting aggressive here with just one weapon to work with. Going to try to make it work with the Stalker. Renegade there to hopefully support. Does pick it up. 1 kill advantage for FaZe as they keep this close as hell. Renegade Fal here to help with the fight. JK going to drop. Sparty looking for 2. Somehow Flurriously got that kill and then bounced out of the fight immediately. Little plays like that make it tough for FaZe, but they're still inching out of this Sparty. What the movement as he stays alive behind Pillar. Does the damage.
Well, Sparty wants this action. You can see him just wanting to get right into the front lines. He's running. Name's in trouble at bottom C, and you can start to see them all to fall. And Sparty eventually goes down. And hey, there's still opportunity for NAO here. Falcated has shotgun, but if they can take Fal before he makes the damage, that's not going to happen. Fal gets it perfectly behind him, dissects the defense, and has both the power weapons.
This is where you see the individual talents of FaZe start to pull away in the 1v1s in the fights. Just enough to squeak them out with a victory. We'll see. Fal still has a little work to do. Looking for JK. Ooh, not going to find it. Gets hunted by GoldStar instead. Ultimately alone in that fight. Remember, his FaZe, opposite side of the map on C here, could not help him. And he did not come out with something. Rocket's about to spawn, so Renegade getting very aggressive. Doesn't... Oh my god, he couldn't find them. He still skates out of the fight. Team there to help the man, but timing is an issue. They're not finding timing together here. 49, make it tied. 1 kill to close this. Rocket's still up.
Bottom C spawns came in. Rockets are in the hands of NAO. They cannot die. You cannot get caught out. Name is going in. He doesn't care. He found Falcated with the back flare. He's like, gets the kill. FaZe chokes. Game 2, 50-49 for Need and Org.
What happened in the end of that game?
It all comes down to
like
purple.
They had it. It seemed like they had it all.
If we go back to the purple push.
Was it a mistimed push at a Renegade there? Was he trying to coordinate something? And maybe he got a little too aggressive by himself. He couldn't find the player. And then his team was not fast enough to get to him to help out. This right here, what happened here? He lost sight. JkVii thrusted under him. And he lost the man. Oh my.
Just goes a little bit too far. But then after this, Renegade stays alive, right? But the rest of the teams are coming. Look, pause it for a second. Rewind it just a second right here, Louis. Rewind it. Okay, so check this out, Shyway, right? We're going to go back just a little bit further, Louis. So Renegade comes. He's one shot. He got the info. Pause it right here. You can see Spartan and Falcated are coming through to get the help from purple side. Renegade's giving them the information. This fight's going to be a critical one. Now, check it out. Now, rewind it just a little bit more for me, Louis. Just a little bit more, because we got to see what the players at blue are. So just a tiny bit more, Louis. Just a little bit more.
You want to see the blue players?
I just want to see who. Yeah, okay, so it's GoldStar and JkVii right here, right? Okay, so let's go forward. Let's play this one out. Right, Renegade, he has to get away. The two come forward. GoldStar stays alive. Flurriously gets him from B ramp. From B
rail. Oh my. Flurriously pushed up. And he had, was it B rail? It was, yeah, he was over there. What a well-timed answer out of Need and Org, right? The bait and switch out on Alley, and then that push up opposite side map. And maybe that's the thing too, is what's happening to address B-Rail. Their whole team is focused on Alley. Nobody's got that coverage on the flank.
And it's because Renegade wasn't able to get that kill, had the one shot get away from him, pulled two players out of position to go try to find that finish. They left their top, the player that's supposed to be at top C, checking B rail, had to push out towards purple, kicked himself out, and it left the B rail position unchecked. And it's Flurriously who comes out on top, finds the pick, and then he eventually respawns once again, gets the AR in his hands, and gets the 50th kill for his team. And we're tied up 1-1 as FaZe needs to get the response.
Damn right, Tools. Break it down, baby. By the way, big shout out to LVT. If you're just tuning in, we've got replay technology in this broadcast. If you guys see something that's incredible, we're going to go back, we're going to check it out, we're going to analyze it in detail and let you know what happened. But of course, the match continues. The game continues. 1-1 in the series here as we look to see who breaks away in Recharge Ball.
This is going to be a tough one for Need and Org when it comes to just being able to slay out an Oddball. We know how much slaying power is on this side of FaZe, but Need and Org, like I said, they're inconsistent, but when they're playing at their highest level, they look as if they can take down any team. And so far, they've been playing a very efficient game. If their slays can build up and match those of FaZe, I think they can take this series.
What you'd like to see is some well-coordinated playmaking out of FaZe here, though, right? Like a couple opportunities just slipping away. I think of the team collapses we saw in Slayer, just mistiming their pushes and getting sort of countered because of it. They got plenty of opportunities here. As I say, just a bloodbath in back pipes. Once again, they'll be trading out. Snipedown does get a quick little grapple on the ball. He'll sneak that one out for a temporary ball hold here. We'll see how long he collects it for.
Falcated is really wanted to get that kill. He jumps out and eventually thinks better of it and backs down for a second. You can see the push starting to materialize, but the nades come through and FaZe Clan going to be able to get some great kills here. And they want to get the sword out of JK's hands, but he stays alive and he has a repulse to work with as well. So JK has a lot of utility to work with.
Oh. Sparty McFlying out of that fight. He does just barely manage to do it. He's got the ball to hold on to. This is massive. Look at this. Oh my God, Renegade. Just waiting.
Name's gonna kill him. Oh my God. JK's gonna finish it though. Oh my God. Name was so quick on the response, getting back, and JK misses his curb slide not to stay alive, but oh my, I mean, Renegade, it was a smart play, like creeping in the back, trying to pull them out of position to get some easy kills, but it's the execution that matters the most at the end of the day. Letting Name stay alive for a second too long results in Renegade eventually getting taken down by JK and FaZe losing the camo.
And really, I mean, beautiful counter nade out of Name, though. That the only thing he could have done to fight back in that fight was throw the perfect nade that he did and give JK an opportunity. Because of it, we still manage to hold off, or at least NAO manages to hold off the ranks of FaZe just a little bit. You can see they do have the ball, though. It is still scrappy. Gonna hold on to it, back pipes, and a bit of a setup starting to form. A snipe down, not gonna be able to hold it on A side. Name gonna win his fight on Renegade too, so very quickly, NAO, they'll be breaking through this.
Ooh, ball doesn't make it out the doorway, and that means NAO is gonna have a great opportunity to get some great time. And hey, look at that, the trust. He says, Flurriously, you take this thing. We know how good the student athlete gamer is. We'll have to see him hit some great shots.
Oh my, here we go. Does tag Sparty, not quite gonna get the double. That shot will drop. JK gonna rotate the ball instead, gonna try to stick with the team. Hopefully they can collect a little bit more time with it. Got the coverage of, I believe, Name to help him out as he does sit in the box over in, oh, Sparty, by the way, up from above, looking for a sneaky kill. Doesn't quite find it. Renegade dropped as well. Gonna leave Foul with less resources to hopefully make a play to bring things back.
And I mean, this has been some massive value from NAO. I mean, remember, this all comes from preventing that ball from going out the doorway at top glass. And now they've been able to get this ball rotated all the way around. They've gotten it all the way to back C, and FaZe is still just trying to fight through. Camo going to go into Sparty's hands, but we're talking about basically answering the scoreline for NAO just by preventing one ball from getting out of doorway.
And that's the beauty of rotating as early as they did. The moment they lose part of that shell, they immediately rotate over the heavy side where they've got teammates. Keep it up. Bring it to see. Of course, that ball did get played. Nade immediately collecting it. He's still getting time, and FaZe on the chase here, just looking to keep up with the momentum gained here by NAO. They continue to rotate.
They're getting Galaxy Braid. I mean, this is crazy. Yeah, the FaZe is just getting outplayed on every streets. And Name played that masterfully. Got the ball immediately off the plate, brought it up to top class, baited the rest of FaZe Clan to come through, played his teammates' positions to get information, got to rotate out to glass, eventually got the damage in with his teammates, and now GoldStar, Name, and JK on spot. It's like everything's happening for NAO. But I mean, that's a masterful rotate, and it's showing how much separation there is on the scoreline, even though the slays are about even right now.
And they still are, by the way, juggling that ball. As if this is the NBA, they're just keeping it away from FaZe Clan. FaZe trying to work together to break through. Snipe down Renegade will find a kill. He repulses in center map. What a play at a GoldStar. He's just going to make it difficult as possible. There's a grapple pickup by Renegade just to try to form a setup. JK going to tag Renegade in the back. He barely slips out. Man's got no health to speak of. Going to give FaZe some time to squeak away here. But man, have they been struggling just to fight the efforts of NAO here.
Ball taken.
And finally, FaZe able to, I mean, for the first time in what, 2 minutes, are going to stabilize their position. And luckily, they're still close enough to get this game just about tied early on. And this camouflage, NAO has a big decision here. Are they going to fight for the ball or fight for camo? Looks like they decided to fight for the ball, but I mean, everyone goes down. JK's like, let me try to get this thing out. Did he get through the doorway? He did get it through the doorway, but not before Spartan gets a triple kill. And this looks more and more like FaZe is going to steal away this round.
FaZe have a lockdown now. They got the setup they need. It's up to NAO to try to find a way to push through, but Renegade with this camo going to make things tough. Already getting aggressive though. Flurriously comes out with a stick there in the trade. That's pretty big. Foul going to start rotating the ball. Great play out of FaZe to keep it away here. Got to look for JK apparently on the flank. Renegade here to shut it down though. GoldStar looking for him. Snipe down gets the kill. Renegade, the toughest kill in the world. And what a patient play, too.
Oh, no. Okay, that was not bad. Oh, my God. Yo, what a demon, bro.
He snapped so fast onto that box. Like, I mean, I'm flabbergasted. Let's see him close it out.
That's unnatural, man. He just flicked it over. And that's going to be round one.
Okay.
Hey, a little statement from Snipe Down, putting his snipe part of his name to use. Finally, Snipe Down having a series 15-9 in that first game. It's been a while since we've seen Snipe Down heat up like this, and everyone says this is like the team that you build if you're into fantasy, right? This is like, I got first round picks all around. I'm building my fantasy roster, right? And so far it just hasn't translated on paper. And
sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine.
I'm just thinking that, like, it's interesting watching this team because it feels like they just keep muscling their way through. Like, that's how they win, right? Like, teamwork-wise, it's been a little uncoordinated, but one player always pops off. And Renegade's trying to do it again, right? It's like, okay, let me handle this. Renegade comes in, gets 3 kills. Sparty says, I got this. He's going to come out and just pop off, make a huge individual play. And they're just muscling through kind of one at a time. making it work. While Need and Org is pulling out all the stops as a team, trying to coordinate something here. FaZe still holding on, though.
You see FaZe really likes this top A hole. They've been consistently trying to get to it, and it's because it forces Need and Org to fight through the middle of the map, and they've just been so deadly on these crosses, right? I mean, that's what FaZe wants. They want to force Need and Org to play through the crosses, because when it comes to those long-range BR shots, I mean, there's very few players that have better shots than people like Snipe Down, Renegade, Spartan, and Foul. It's going to be hard to fight through. Now, when you get up close and personal, that's when you got players like JK who plays on that max sensitivity. He's gonna punish you for that.
Unless, of course, Foul has a shock. Make it 2. Looking for heads here. Flurriously. Oh, can he find them? Oh, drops the gun for the triple. Oh, JK with the slide. Just to dodge it. That's an overkill from the grave. Foul gonna pop off with that play. My God.
And really, both teams are getting like equal spawns to try to get back to this ball, and it looks like Renegade's going to be the one who comes out on top for now. And you can see it's a 2-2 split from both sides of FaZe, and the split on ball have been able to win the fights. They're going to get some great ball time here, and now Renegade, he can play this ball as soon as he needs to, and you can see Snipe Down and Sparty are well positioned to rotate back and get right back into right back into ball play if they need to. And that's why Renegade, he plays it a bit early, right?
Yep.
Because there's no reason for him not to, because his teammates are well positioned.
Perfectly set up to do some damage. Let Renegade just shark someone out. The Sorable, he says, oh, wait a second.
Oh, no.
Oh, he was out of range. Didn't quite hit with the repulse sword. Not going to work there as well. And couldn't drop the weapons off the map. So JK going to get away with them for now. Name looking for some damage of his own. They're still fighting for this ball off spawn despite the play from Renegade.
Name swing. Okay, dude, like, Name's like, I think I can do this. Let me go on the massive swing. And he immediately went out that window and got popped by 3 players of FaZe. They're like, no, you're not doing that, man.
JK coming in here with a sneaky play, but Foul even sneakier. He got that grapple, rotated it out to gold, picked up the ball immediately, got a setup and opened things up for Snipe Down to make a little play. Center map, 51 and counting for FaZe. Flurriously and Name looking to find an answer, but finding odds everywhere they go, right? The setup starting to get very strong as FaZe finally coordinated, finally finding momentum in this series, it feels like.
Yo,
like, what a lunge.
Yeah, what a lunge, man. The sword goes rogue sometimes, man, without that thing lunges out at
geometry
players.
in the way completely just, it does wild things to the sword, I think is what it is.
Yeah, you know, just give you some unnatural powers as Falcated. It's going to have to play that ball a little bit earlier. I mean, Need and Org, I mean, they've been able to get slays in this round. It's just they haven't been able to get any ball time. FaZe has just been able to play keep away this entire time, and they're fine with it, right? They'll win over 5 minutes. They don't need to win right away. To them, it's about getting to play early and forcing Need and Org to out BR them. And as long as FaZe is able to do that, able to keep that ball away and say, hey, in order for you to break this setup, you're going to have to win the slays, they're going to be comfortable in this game.
They're looking more and more comfy as time goes by. You can see the gap in the slays get larger. That little rotation, though, might allow Need and Org to get away with camo. There he is. He's on the hunt, though. Renegade going to find him. Name not going to be allowed to live with that camo any longer. Still have yet to see ball time for Need and Org. FaZe continuing to find their footing. Continuing to find kills. Spartan going to squeak away a couple extra seconds here. Might be able to alley-oop that ball over to Snipe Down. He'll do exactly that. Snipe Down with the catch. Little hold opportunity.
Snipe Down can make a quick rotate to A right here if he wants to as well, because you can see the glass side. There's no one there to play defense. Instead, he's going to play this ball out to the middle. Ooh.
Got it.
I don't know about that play. I really felt like he could have maybe played that out a little bit earlier. This is going to give Need and Org some great position. I mean, you see the other 2 teammates push forward, providing space for Name, and now it's just Sparty who has an opportunity to try to get this pinch.
Like you said, first opening for Need and Org all comes down to how they play it. We did watch them play incredibly with that ball in the rotation, round 1. They're trying to recreate the same opportunity here, just holding the ball out long haul. Foul looking for damage. JK there to make it difficult for him. Doesn't commit to the chase. Flank still coming through long haul side. Name trying to handle it. Does take 1.
Renegade has a disruptor right in the face of JK, but JK wants to get in that phase. Now, the thing with the disruptor, though, even though Renegade goes down in that fight, look how long it's taking for JK to get his shields, preventing him from really getting into the fight as soon as he'd like. you know, that damage over time, it can really mess you up.
I do hate to say it, but Garrett, I think you called it. Like, looking back to that one little mistake to not play the ball out center when Snipdown died has kind of created this scrappy situation. Like, Need and Org are still, they're fighting tooth and nail, and it's a difficult process. You see ball now finally in the hands of Sparty, but what a little, you know, opening that was created off, you know, a tiny mistake can kind of create that ripple effect. We'll see what Flurriously can do to hopefully delete the pieces of FaZe here.
Wow, so much confidence in their teammate GoldStar BR right there from Flurriously. He's like, we have to take down Camo. We're not going to win this round if we let Camo get away. He prioritizes Camo and says, GoldStar, you got to go big. You got to stop them from winning the game in 3 seconds. They do just that. They get the ball, and finally FaZe are going to have to fight through an entire setup. And so far, I mean, they have the first couple fights, but JK has the cross, and this is where it's deadly, right? You have them all trapped at control. JK has a long-range cross right here. They have to take him off the cross first before they can find this push.
He's got a cross. He's got info as well, though. He can call to the team. They're going to know to rotate that ball probably farther away from control side because they've spotted the rotation at a FaZe. And they rotates it out to pipes. I don't know how he lived, but that type of recognition is so important for a team like Need and Org. Recognize, you know, it's not just about the cross. It's, you know, what's the enemy team doing? How do we counter as early as possible and keep this game alive? As I say it, though, ball collected, making 98, 2 seconds to close it. Where is the sword? JK, okay, he won't find the ball in time. I don't know what that fumble was, but FaZe, they come out on top. They take the game.
Love to hear. I think one thing that we've seen thus far, thank you, Magic, once again, but one thing we've seen thus far is that the teams are a lot closer than people think. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people expected these top teams to come out and just swing out 3-0, not even close games. And so far, we've only really seen that from Optic and G1 in their matchups. Everyone else is having a little bit of a tough time closing away some of these teams.
I do think that at this point, teams have become so efficient together that it is closer in skill gap. At the same time, I want to just kind of, you know, also say that this is part, you know, due to Friday. It's just Friday pools play day, I think, is also part of this as well. I expect to see the gap kind of increase as the pressure rises as we get down to Champ Sunday. As I say it, though, pressure increase in here for Need and Org as they do speed up on the map. King of the Hill, what might be the last game in the series. FaZe currently lead 2-1. They need to lock it out here, or we get a Slayer game 5.
Yeah, FaZe needs to play like they can't lose a hill. You know what I'm saying? They need to just like have a dominant win. Don't have anything to be up in question. Just win your fights, win the objective. And so far, Need and Org, once again, man, they like to just make it annoying. Like, you are not going to be able to have a fun game when you're playing against this team.
Renegade snaps there, hits the body. Not enough to get the kill. Spartan looking for one of his own, does come out in a trade. Going to be a scramble here, back B, as they try to assert control. Snipe down, holding down the fort, back B. He's got a heat wave, he's got a repulsor. Anybody gets close, he'll send them off the map, and Need and Org knows to avoid it, but right into the gun of Renegade, I believe, as he takes 2. And FaZe, they clean up shop to take the hill here.
So pushing on forward. He's gonna get traded on out, and this first hill looking more and more likely that's gonna go to FaZe. Oh my god, GoldStar. This fight for Overshield continues. And Need and Org, get a little icy on their gunfights right there. They'll get Overshield, although they do lose the first hill. They have positioning for the second, and name with this Overshield can spell spoiler for these players underneath.
Good answer for sure out of Need and Org. Try to cut their losses, and they fall off the map trying. What a little repulse, the perfect target to do it. There goes the OS. Snipe down here to bring the pain as well. GoldStar gonna drop, and immediately FaZe, they'll take over.
I felt like Snipe down transported me back to my high school days, playing Smash on the CRT, and I hear Falcon punch, and it just takes him off the map, bro. That guy had no fear. He's like, yeah, I got a repost. You're going.
You ever play Melee on the Zelda map at high percent in the bottom of the map?
Yeah, you're just going everywhere, man.
You just bounce off the walls like that, yeah.
Bouncing left and right, man. That's how this Need and Org roster feels right now. Just every wall there is, they're just getting pushed into. As FaZe is just, I mean, look at the kill feed. 6 kills from both Falcated and Renegade. Sparty leading the charge at 7. They're just dominating the kill feed.
FaZe still locking it down as we say it. Heat wave in the hands of, I believe, Snipe down still as he's just roaming there. Top tower. Top tower so important to control the hill. Need and Org looking for an answer, just trying to get a break on this. They'll need a pick to do it. Two players out center map. Name gets picked off though. Foul. What's he up to? Man's hitting shots.
Yeah, I love the snipers. Yeah, it's so sick. He's gonna go down. Renegade wins his fight though, and I mean, look, Need and Org are still spawning pretty far away. Sparty's first up, and this is important for Sparty, right? It's not necessarily about getting these kills, it's just about buying time. He's gonna have a first one on name. And, ooh, I mean, they said, no, you're not staying alive, brother.
Definitely not, but Need and Org, they still hold on. Still getting their feet in the hill, sniping out. Wow, he lived.
Yeah.
What was that? He whips the melee, but Flurriously not gonna find the shot, and I believe a saving grace came in last second. Keeps FaZe alive as they do fight for the OS. Name with a snipe here, got a big responsibility that he tosses off the map. I like the play just to keep it away from FaZe. They're coming in hot.
I mean, when you have players like, let me go through Renegade, Spartan, snipe down. Yeah, you better make sure that, yeah, give him the snipe off the map, I think is the best possible play. You definitely don't want to be on any of those players' radars.
As we say it, all of them spawning up in B together. FaZe intimately aware of it. Flurriously already gonna get perfed by Snipe. Renegade there to pick up another, looking for more. Bottom mid, he gets the info. Name alone, he's obliterated. Make it 2 hills. And the worst part about this is the team is dead, which might give FaZe a rotation advantage. They are still spawning over on A side. FaZe will just fight their way through, of course.
Once again, Hill gonna quickly move over to FaZe. I mean, they just have felt no resistance in this game thus far, and Nam is the closest player to action. He just cannot move without the help of his teammates.
At this point, it feels like FaZe are kind of locked in. They're starting to make plays. They're working together. They're just winning 1v1 fights left and right. Need and Org, they continue to fall behind. They need to stabilize. They need to find some big picks to get the confidence back, because as it continues, it's looking kind of rough for the boys on blue.
Once again, just having a fight through FaZe. I mean, FaZe, just, as long as they're spacing, they're gonna win their fights. And so far, there just hasn't been any resistance, just because of how far this Need and Org team has to travel. And finally, they get him out of hill, but Renegade's quickly there to refill. Foul wins his fight over on the elbow. Everything is just going in favor of FaZe, and this is looking like the FaZe that we expected to see in this series.
This is the FaZe you want to see if you're a fan. Coming to see the potential of a team with this type of firepower on the roster. You expect plays to be made, and they're coming together. Chemistry in sync at the moment. We'll see if they hold it. Just 1 hill to close out this game in this series. Fal, I believe he has a snipe in hand. He's looking for a sneaky pick on to GoldStar. Somehow he finds it from below.
It's like anytime you think one of these players are gonna die, they come out on top of their fight. They just cannot lose anything right now. I mean, just look at the kills on FaZe. 14, 17, 12, make it 18. Killing frenzy for Renegade. Like, there's nothing that can stop this man.
And he picks up a snipe after that too. Go off, Renegade, go off. Hits a body. Flurriously now 1 shot. Oh, he's got a heat wave to follow it up. Gonna make it tough. Foul there to clean up the pieces as they look to close this game in dominant fashion. They're just about done with this hill.
Yes, I mean, just make it fashionable. You know what I'm saying? Hit some crazy shot.
Stylish.
Yeah, I mean, this game just, oh, okay, well, I mean, GoldStar can make it stylish too. Foul puts up the drop shield. Yeah, GoldStar's like, I wanted that triple, man. It looked like he was gonna hit it too. Okay, so from the brink of defeat, let's see how far Need and Org can go.
They've got 1 chance. Don't miss the shot. GoldStar, no pressure. FaZe break through, they win the game. GoldStar needs to lock it down. Out of snipe ammo, out of options. Collapse comes in, he's dead. FaZe back to hill, looking to close it out. They're gonna try to stop him. Not much he can do as the final seconds come to a close, and in dominant fashion, FaZe, they take game 4.
Hey, I mean, that, like I said, you want to bounce back. You want to play a game that you think you deserve. I mean, that's FaZe at their level. That's their peak, sort of say. Like, those are the games that you expect from FaZe.